All right, guys, I'm live again. Hopefully, some people jump back in here, and we're going to go live again here. All right, so hopefully, some people jump back in here, and we'll see here. I hated to have to cut that other one off and start over again. Let's see what happens. I had 29 people in there. Here we go. Now we got some people jumping back in. I'm not sure what happened there. I was using the YouTube, I was using Prism, and so I could live stream on both my uh, Facebook page as well as YouTube, and I was having some trouble there. Things got all frozen, so he was a rattlesnake. So, hey, how's it going? So.
343 to zero traffic.
Hey, Save the Humans, if you're still watching, if you're watching again, can you post a link to News New England's StreamYard in their chat so that I can come up on there while I'm live streaming? I want to try that, see if that works. And that way I can be talking to them while I'm live streaming here, and that would be really, really cool.
Six, 7, 1, 14.
Repeat people.
So right now, and from Shawnee, Oklahoma. So, yeah. I've noticed that when I'm using the actual YouTube app, I have much more difficult time reading the chat than when I'm not wearing it. When I'm not using their app, when I'm using another app. But I also have much bigger problems connecting, and I can't see super chat. I can't see other, there's other things like that I can't see. So it is. Earlier tonight, I was kind of stuck downtown and on the east side because I had to pick up my daughter and drop her off. But now I'm on the south side, in the area near where Hoosier got tased, and it's just happening down here tonight. So hopefully I'll be running into some stuff. I'm going to be at the same time I'm doing this, I'm going to be live on News New England's channel. So we're gonna see what happens here.
Going to the building with masks on. But I've also noticed there's been a lot of places that I've gone personally where people go in without masks on and they don't even say anything to them. They don't even say boo.
I wonder, if the government had not said everybody must wear a mask, how many businesses would have actually enforced it? And if there wasn't any enforcement,
So I've got the scanner going. I've got the live chat going with you guys. I've got the chat with News New England on their panel, and I am up in the show. So we are truly multitasking.
I know at least in Washington, and I know a few other states that say that if you can't wear a mask, you are exempt for so-and-so health conditions. And if you're under a certain age, well, same thing.
Hi, Mike.
2002.
And then this article's got the other.
All right. Now
clear. Thank you, sir.
Now we're in action. All right, we're back up. 34 people. That's more when I left. So the chat is not frozen any longer. I'm using YouTube's app again.
So, is this route for unit on duty? I was just curious.
All right.
Be in the parking lot of Fandango's 10th and Tips. 10-4. 2356. Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. So on News New England right now, they're having a big argument about wearing masks and where they should.
Ivywood Drive, according to Dakota 7722 Ivydale for emergency items.
I agree that there's a there's obviously a lot of people who try to abuse the Americans with Disability Act by claiming that they can't wear a mask when they can. And what they really ought to be doing is saying, I'm not going to wear a mask because I don't want to wear a mask. The governor can go stick in his ear. Because the governor doesn't make laws. And me, I really can't wear a mask because of medical condition, and my doctor actually wrote me a letter because I,
2257. 337, you guys 326, this is Surface on Lester. Three 326, secondhand info, caller says that he was advised female resident Kayla was being violent with staff at this address. Sister 51, Baker 328, Baker 339, Baker 328, Baker 339 for a vandal over in progress at 8005 East 42nd Street at the Marathon. There's a female breaking items in the store, including the cooler system, 4200 North, 8000 East.
oh man.
Control work.
Baker 328, Baker 339, 358. Flag at 66.
You let me out of exterior patrol.
Hey, Lori, appreciate the help there. Nicky Nichols, Nifty 5, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually in Indianapolis on the south side. He was hopping down here earlier, but when I couldn't get down here, so I'm
N-E-Y.
now I'm over here, and we'll see what happens, because it's crazy. The last few times I've cop watched at night, they've shut down radio communication, but they can't do that. They can't do it for me tonight. Because if they do, I'll still be able to hear it. I've got a scanner with TAC channels on it.
Okay, apologize. City, she's on foot walking to the location, and her ETA is now 25 minutes.
Okay, something going on.
Concerned that I guess through social media, all the seeing all the protesting every night and the different things. He didn't want the police from the guards popping up on his door and busting in. He said he's comfortable where I spent time. I told him he could be there in a minute to, he felt that uncomfortable when I came to the door, but there's nothing criminal. Units are being served. Hi,
Currently sitting on top of the bridge, just met with her, trying to calm her down. I can hear her yelling in the background.
Okay. Okay, let's see what they got. Something going on.
For giving your information, and they're going to page him, and hopefully you'll hear from him soon.
265
There's an area that I want to get over to. Indianapolis is such a huge place. It covers so much area, and I'm trying to avoid going on the interstate because I want to be able to, if I'm going somewhere and there's something exciting happens, I want to be able to turn around at a moment's notice. But I'm heading to an area where I think we'll see some action going on.
40 seconds. Reason the complainant saying that they locked the doors to the business that the female can't get out.
Probably I'm checking EL.
Alright.
Hey.
We are going to get there to this area that's pretty cool. Man, you got 51 people in here. All right. We're heading up and to an area where there's usually a lot of excitement, and had there not be a COVID thing, this weekend would be an incredibly exciting weekend. I'm so disappointed that we're not going to have this, but we're going to head over to the Speedway area. heading from the south
Chrysler 200.
west side, and I think they are, even though they're technically not south, they're still part of the Southwest District, and the Speedway Police are also there. Oh man.
Two 10-7, school 43, perimeter check. Good night,
Control IP 36 with another 108.
Are those really breaking in this room?
So this is about that. I'm gonna head up the street to gas station first.
Clear Monkey 30. He has several priors. The only domestic he has is back from 2010.
Okay, we are nearing the area.
We're on scene 2319.
So this is we're approaching downtown Indianapolis. I'm going the way I'm going, not because it's the quickest way to get where I want to go, and not because it's the most efficient way, because it's neither. But we might find some action on the way. I'm kind of intentionally taking a weird route there. Man, what is going on? people can tell what they're doing here. I'm going to. All right, guys. I'm going to press to. Well, too late. Got off of it.
Last seen eastbound on 10th Street, unknown weapons, unknown impact. Information only at 910.
That was Homeland Security, and I was getting ready to press the avoid button for them, and then it went on to something else, so I didn't get a chance to. If it happens again, I know what I need to do to keep that. Okay, here we go. We're going to hit avoid, because that's just stupid.
Well, I'm the affirmative checker now, Lieutenant.
Good night to you.
Okay, here we go. Cherries and berries.
Okay.
Now I need to figure out how I can get to where I can park, where I won't get trespassed, but I can watch them. So this is going to be interesting and fun, but I think we'll get it accomplished.
770.
Kind of a rough area to do that in.
325, I think it was for 1664.
I'm gonna go over here to this turn lane.
Disregard and everything was okay now.
Okay, thank you. Did you try doing a call back? I'm not getting an answer.
Still 14 wagons over there.
Now, I'm going to stop and get gas here, guys, because they're not going to trespass while I'm getting gas. I'm going to leave this while I get the gas started. Running right here, and then after I get the gas started, I'll come out with the camera, which will be kind of fun. So I'm going to be
311, sir.
out of your shots with it.
Yeah, the Lancaster or the police is here. More hurting getting gas.
Advised it was possibly a burglary, but did not see anything further.
Oh, it's at midnight 13, 2 miles. There's more information around.
Stand by a second. I'm leaving roll call here.
327, 371, and incomplete call, B32, 4151, Winter.
Yeah, I'm putting this in here.
371, 329.
It's fun when you get James to start a stopwatch while you're filling up with gas. Yes, indeed. Okay, guys. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Yep.
You guys don't want peanut butter.
Negative for the candy.
Disregard.
checking out the comments here. News Now California, how you doing, buddy? I need to make you a mod. See if I can figure out how to do that. Add as moderator. Trying to make sure yeah, there you go. News Now California, you have a wrench. Thank you for being in the house today. I'm filling up with gas so they can't exactly solicit a trespass while I'm filling up with gas. They're not gonna, and I got the pump going really slow. Yeah, it was low on gas, so this is perfect timing. Cops here, they don't like me filming. They especially don't like me filming now that you helped it go viral in News Now California, the video that I had of them tasing News Now. I mean, yeah. So I've got the gas pumping. So be interesting to see if they try to solicit a trespass right now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars out here for DUI, one person in custody. I'm not sure why all of them still need to be out here, but hey, you know, it is what it is. They do like the, you know, bring them in bunches type mentality.
Do you have a camera that sees on the south side of the building?
No, I can't. I'm on that floor.
Okay. I see a vehicle over there. I'm gonna check it out.
I think they're talking. Okay. Now we're just.
Are you done down there?
Let's move him to the back.
Yeah,
They don't want me to see what they're doing. Why is it they don't like people watching them? I don't know. It seems like if they were doing a good job, they would want people watching them.
Location is for Bill Matt.
I'm going to have to read some comments here to understand what was just said. Behind the scenes, Carolina. Man, I used to live in Carolina, South Carolina. Sorry about that, Save the Humans. I gotta love Phil though, man. I gotta love anybody that is shorter than me. I can't wait to meet him face to face because I think he's actually shorter than I am. I am almost 5'6". Yeah, I'll be real embarrassed if he's actually taller than me, because he hangs out with some tall guys, so he might be taller than me. He looks shorter based on who he hangs out with. But if I actually I'd be wondering who's the shorter of us, him or me.
East 31, address from Bell Mapping, calling right. You need to please disconnect it.
Sit here and listen to the radio, see if there's anything else exciting comes out.
Thanks.
Let's zoom in here a little bit.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, she's down there.
Okay, she's licking her fingers. Licking her fingers and then writing on that. She's probably going to hand that to the guy. No face mask. Oh, I know. And I knew you were joking, but I just thought it was funny. I'm almost 5'6". I think from what I see, it looks like I might be taller than Phil. I don't know. Of course, he's used to that. So am I. I'm used to being the short guy of the bunch. I zoomed in just as she licked her fingers.
Want to get all the information in there for you already?
Can you believe that? She licked her fingers. What do you guys think? Should I be done with my filling up yet? What do you guys vote? Yeah, he can just hit his beast mode. Phil is a beast, man. He's the man. He is the real deal. Oh, and Phil, I found your other channel and subscribed to it as well. Your very little channel. I subscribed to it when there was like, I think less than 100 subs, and that was a month or two ago. Your comedy channel. That's a great channel, man. That is some great. You've got a real talent, man. You could, if you ever decide you don't want to do cop watching, man, you've got a fallback career, no question about it. That is like your characters are well developed. Well, I mean, some of them are more developed than others, if you catch my meaning. But sorry about that. I'm trying to do the pump and the video at the same time. They can't tell me I can't be here if I'm pumping. That's all I see.
The white t-shirt laying on the ground, unresponsive and twitching and foaming at the mouth. Inlet and route, 3 north, it's 500 east.
Okay, that guy's breaking off for this run. The run that just said
331 and 1627, midnight 23.
Yeah, I think she's getting ready to try to solicit a trespass. Maybe not.
Wagons on scene, sort of brings Jim out.
Give him to do the sweatshirt. She's actually being a kind officer, getting this guy a sweatshirt to put over him. Because, you know, it's so cold out here tonight. It's 72 degrees, and, you know, so he's got to be absolutely shivering at 72 degrees. That's,
85 Ginger Court, looking for an air recovery.
there. Oh, I've got to go out this way. I've got to turn this direction. which means I want to go the other way. Means I've got to go come back into this.
Awaken reading of COVID symptoms.
I've got to figure out how to get out of here. Yeah, I'm in a situation here, guys, where I'm going to have to leave because there's no legal way for me to get to where I wanted to go to get back in there, and I don't want to get a ticket, so I'm going to go this way. We unzoom this. Yeah, I was kind of I put myself in a little bit of a pickle there, but fortunately I'm getting out of here before they...
28th Street. Male came up to the caller's residence saying that a female was down on the residence.
Thank you, Justin.
Need forced entry to get to her. Medics are en route. 2800 North, 1600 West. 1617, ring 322. And third unit, I covered you.
So
322 can disregard.
they may have heard on my live stream that I've
Ring 222, disregard. 1659, 2026.
tactics. I'm no longer using the app on the phone to listen to them, because what they've done in the past when I use that is they decide, oh, we're just going to quit broadcasting. They send a message to their laptops. First 2 or 3 times they told them over the radio, hey, look at your laptop, look at your laptop. The last time
fired 2 young black
they didn't
males,
even have to do that.
black shirt, gray shirt, running eastbound on 43rd place. They were shooting at a gray PT Cruiser. Just occurred.
Okay, so now I've got 2 cops behind me. 2 cops are now behind me, and I'm gonna let you see them and see if they pull me over for something silly.
Midnight 27.
I'm in a turn-only lane, so there really should be no reason to have to signal, because it's a turn-only lane. The lane itself is the signal. But put the signal on just to make sure. And let's see. And I'm going to be careful to drive the speed limit. It's just not light up yet, so I'm going to try to go get up to speed here. There's 2 cars behind me. 40 mile an hour through here. Another red light. And they're following me.
Kinnear Avenue, East 38th Street. Female is in a black car, currently was assaulted by her boyfriend that lives on Kinnear. He chased her out with a shovel and broke the door handle to her car, 3800 North, 1800 East. On 333 at midnight 28. She said that his name was Justin and that he possibly had weapons in the home, that he's convicted felon, but she disconnected, saying she was afraid to speak.
The first 327.
Go ahead.
All right, so one of the cars is, at least one of the cop cars is turning. We'll see if the other one does.
Alright, 663.
All right, both cop cars turning.
It will be a person shot. A male was shot back on in a silver Toyota RAV4, but they're now on ones at 8315 East 56th Street.
All right, so we are back rolling like normal. Everybody loves it when a cop pulls in behind them, and especially two cops in a row pull in behind them and begin
They
following.
stay out on north, but I think it's on us.
I like following them, so I guess they probably should like following me. But
Has Mel shot in the arm. Still go ahead at RAV4.
if they pull me over for something silly, at least I'm going to have documentation of it. If it's something they make up, we're going to have proof that it's something they make up. I can chart how fast I'm going on here. And I know that I wasn't speeding, and I know that I used signals when I was required to. Cops give you pucker. I like to follow them around, give them a little pucker. The other day, I was following one who he was trying to lose me, and so as I talked about it on my live stream, I said, yeah, he's speeding, so he can get away from me because I'm not going to speed. And all of a sudden, I see he taps his brakes and slows down. Oh, it was funny. I think most cops probably enjoy watching these, cop watches and First Amendment audits. I think most of them probably enjoy them. I think the good officers undoubtedly enjoy them because they know that they want to do right, and they want other officers to do right. But there's such a pressure on them to not stop the bad officers. There's an incredible amount of pressure within the department, within the brotherhood, the thin blue line gang, if you will, to not do anything against an officer who's doing wrong, because then you fear whether or not you're going to get backed up later on, and so I think a lot of them enjoy the fact that there's people out here holding the bad officers accountable. They don't really, there are some officers that really want the bad officers to get away with stuff, but in general, they would like the bad officers to be in trouble, not continue to be bad officers.
But it doesn't look like an actual person shot, maybe from glass shattering.
So, if they're truly a well-intentioned officer, I'm not going to say good officer, but if they're truly a well-intentioned officer, they're going to like the fact that the other police officers are being held accountable. If they're truly a good officer, they're going to do the holding accountable. They're not going to be a coward and just back the blue because they're afraid that they're not going to get backed up. They're going to do what's right. That's a good officer is the one who will stop the bad officer from doing something wrong. There's very, very few of those in my experience, and based on my observation and my experience, both as a watcher and as a former police officer, and knowing a lot of police officers. There's a lot of well-intentioned officers, and they would like to be good officers, but they're just afraid. And I think that's rather than calling somebody a good officer, I think what I would call them is potentially a well-intentioned officer. They would never personally violate your rights, but if another officer's violating your rights in their presence, they're just not. They're going to stand back. It's a man thing. We don't want to hurt our boys. Let's be honest. Well, see, it's not just a man thing, because the female officers are that way too. It doesn't matter male or female. That's just the way it is.
No, 76. I was advising now you take that along.
Mom power, they chicken out. Yeah, right. It takes a lot of stones to go against, as a police officer, to go against a bad officer. There's a tendency to justify, figure out ways in your mind to justify, well, that's not my responsibility. I didn't really see everything. I don't know all the facts. I don't want to, stop him in the middle of all this because there may be something I don't know. And so they come up with all kinds of ways of justifying in their own mind that what they're doing is okay, whether or not it is. And that's the problem.
There's no person shot. The vehicle is shot up, and there were 2 victims here.
So, there's I think probably the vast majority of police officers are well-intentioned. I'm not going to say good, but I would say they're well-intentioned. And I think most of them would not personally set out to violate your rights. And if they were to violate your rights, it would be because of ignorance rather than in just setting out flat out to. Now, Officer Snowden that tased Hoosier News Now, he set out to do what he did. He had the taser out before he ever approached Hoosier News Now. He had it out way early. You look back at the video in slow-mo, you can see when he pulled it out. He had not cleared that first vehicle before he had it out. So, yeah, he was definitely not well-intentioned. He was just bad. He was setting out to hurt somebody. And that kind of stuff, that needs to stop.
Hands are out.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not able to keep up with the comments and stuff while I'm driving.
I'll be off duty.
Somebody just went off duty. For some reason back there, that's a no turn on red. I'm not sure why, because it all looks very not much traffic, I guess I should say. Very safe turn on red. But, when you do this kind of work, you really have to be conscious of the traffic laws more so than other people, because the cops would love to find a reason to pull you over and make your life miserable. That's Beech Grove Tactical. I don't want to ignore that one. There's times I'm down in Beech Grove. Yes, I love that. 40 people in the chat, 42 likes. Love that. Love to have a few more people in the chat. We were up in the 50s a minute ago. I'm getting ready to go to an area where there should be some action. If not police action, maybe we'll see some other action that ought to be police action. Well, that guy really blew the light, didn't he? Yeah, we should be up here in a minute. Gonna be up in the Speedway area. There's different parts of Speedway. There's a Speedway everybody wants you to see, and then there's a Speedway that is the more seedy side. Sorry, I'd be on more seedy side of Speedway. Speedway's an interesting city. It's It is a city that is within the city limits of Indianapolis. Cops are afraid of looking weak in front of other cops being fit in. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They want to fit into the clique. They don't want to, they don't want to go against the grain. You want to be one of the boys. A lot of peer pressure to do the wrong thing. And what I'd like to see is peer pressure for them to do the right thing. Body cams is a good start. Governor has mandated it, and so the mayor now, after he served a 4-year term. He ran his first term. He ran one of the things he ran on was getting body cams, and he's been talking about body cams his whole first 4-year term. Now he's gotten reelected last year.
Baker 350, Baker 372, Baker 350, Baker 372,
We're now
370 Southwest Avenue.
We're now a year after.
Sitting at staff in 25 Southwest Class 9, see further under MDT, 230 South, 6th Avenue.
We're now a year after that election, and he's just beginning to roll out body cams. Now, the reason he's rolling them out, let's be honest, is because the governor has mandated we have to have body cams. And so he's on an 11-month rollout for body cams. Or 8 months. 8 months rollout for body cams. There are none Southeast District, one of the worst, we're happy where Hoosier got tased.
Just parking. See if you can link into a student. Control Beach Road 58 traffic.
Beach Road 58, go ahead.
4400 block South Emerson. It's going to be on a blue Ford truck. Not plate visible.
4400 South Emerson, then not 40.
Correction, we're going to be in 4,000.
South Emerson.
Pull in here for just a second so I can look at a map real quick. There's this little section here I'm not as familiar with as what I'd like to be.
One I'm in like 42. Got a female. They're arguing. No, what those are.
Okay, I was going the wrong way. Just a second. I got turned around back there and was going the wrong way. Okay. I know where I'm going now.
Sam Queen David 316. Go back to a Chevy Traverse.
This is a side of town that I just have not spent a lot of time on. But kind of a neat area town. First General Baptist Peacemakers. So Peacemakers versus Peacekeepers.
720. The Infinity I-30 maroon.
Right, guys. We're almost in the area. Well, that truck's got some lights.
Were you clear on the fact that it was expired?
Well, that's right. They can do expired plates now. We are past that moratorium on license
cars or something.
expired plates. EMV's been open for a little bit now, so they're beginning to enforce that again, even though IMPD seem to want to enforce it selectively, even when they couldn't be enforced because BMV had been shut down. When the government shuts down your ability to get a new plate or renew plates, then how do you enforce the expired plates? That's stupid. Doesn't make sense. And the governor, in his executive order that shut down the BMV, made it mandatory that you can't enforce the expired plates. Yet, my video driving while black on the south side of Indianapolis, that's exactly what we had. In order to find a reason to pull them over, the only reason they could come up with was his plates were expired, even though from a legal standpoint they weren't, because all plates were considered unexpired at that point. So, there's that.
So, everyone,
walking along on the road there. There's a cop, probably going to see him and want to know what he's doing. No, he's actually
You're welcome.
going to go right on by him, and that's a good thing. There have been times that just stop somebody because they're walking. No, that's not a good reason. That guy was, he was well-intentioned and didn't just harass the guy because he's walking along the road. That's a good thing. So, I will compliment the police when they do it right and call them out when they do it wrong. Light, and I made it barely on the yellow. Indiana's famous for that. My wife, she comes from Ohio, where they actually stop for yellow lights, and she has been rear-ended multiple times because when she sees the yellow light, she goes ahead and stops as it's turning red, going through as it's turning red. And she gets rear-ended.
Especially 35 Charles Street, not to midnight 47. It will be like females walking around the residences.
Let's see if I can hear that when I can.
You're welcome.
Especially 35 Charles Street, not to midnight 47. It will be like females walking around the residences.
Okay, so you didn't give their address. I want to listen to it again in case I missed an address. No address given.
You can be negative, confirmed through a valid operational license.
Oh, man. This is the west side of Indianapolis. A lot of industry out here. A lot of trucking. Trucking industry is huge in Indianapolis. We are the crossroads of America. There are more interstates in the city of Indianapolis than there are in any other city in the country. Possibly any other city in the world. I don't know. We have 465, which is a loop around the city. And then branching off of 465, we have I-70 going two different directions. We've got I-65 going two different directions, I-69 going two different directions, and I-74 going two different directions. So we've got lots of interstates. So I-65, I-69, I-74, and I-70 all come in and intersect at I-64. I-465. I-465. And that's why we are called the crossroads of America. Now, 69 used to originate in Indianapolis that goes north from here, but now it goes both north and south from Indianapolis.
Caliber. I think it's a 9. Good.
California is the gateway to America. That's where things get shipped in and crossing over the southern border. A lot of it. Some of it's Texas too, but California probably has more goods coming into the United States than anywhere else in the country. But we have all the goods travel through here as they're being delivered to places in the United States. Oh man, the smell is foul over here. I forgot just how foul smelling. It is literally foul and just gross. It's like walking. The air here it's like an outhouse. This area it's really pretty gross.
Morning, this week call 88301 Silver Extract.
We're over here by the Indianapolis Motor Speedway area.
Midnight 51. Says phase 2 selling up the line with the emails report disconnected.
It's Thursday night, so things are not going on quite as busy, super late as it is on Friday night and Saturday. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be out tomorrow night, but I will plan on being out Saturday night.
Secondary supposed to have no shoes and socks on as well. The rest of the description's in the check.
I could turn there, but I'm going to go up this way. That way is, I don't know, it's quicker theoretically, but too much crazy stuff. Huh. Security guard parked on the corner there, which is kind of an odd place to park. It's a good place to get hit. Go around that corner and boom. This would be a good place to do a first minute audit, just videoing this stuff. If I had a full charge of my
That's for just
cooler,
this night, measure
I'd
quick,
get it
and
out
then
right
the
now.
matter comes in about 3 minutes.
Actually, on there.
We're all heading back to you. Yeah, we'll be there as soon as we can. They're filling in with the meds now. You guys want to ride? I'm right by my way.
Just a very wide road here. All right, we're going to turn left here, and you're going to see the Indianapolis
School,
Motor
preschool business on there. Take a look.
Okay, and also all units be advised, my computer's restarting, so it's going to be a little bit.
So this over here on the left, this is the museum for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and then there's some of the stands for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It is one huge facility. There's like a postcard you can get that shows all of the different things that you can fit within the Speedway grounds. It's absolutely amazing. Wow, they got you working late, don't they?
Huh?
They got you working late, don't they?
Oh, yeah. All the time. 6 at night, 6 in the morning.
Wow. Is there anything happening at night here or something? Or
Just protecting the driver owners.
For myself, 338.
all right. Well, hey, keep up the good work.
Well, you bet, bud. You have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right, man.
Like, most of the people that I've met that work for IMS have been pretty cool people. I don't really recall ever running into somebody that it wasn't cool. I'm not saying they're not. There's, everybody's perfect there, but everybody I've run into that works for IMS has just generally been pretty cool dude. This is the headquarters over here on my right. It's just a beautiful facility. All this area here, used to be able to drive through that, and they changed the roads a few years ago where you can't go there anymore. It's all pedestrian back in there, up to the fourth turn.
There's more information there.
Normally, for the Indianapolis 500, right now, this place would be packed. I mean, absolutely packed full of people. There would be all kinds of stuff going on. There'd be cars, there'd be trucks and vendors and stuff all over the place. All of these places would be filled with cars, especially excuse me, especially tomorrow morning. That people they charge anywhere from $20 to $50 to have somebody park in their yard, and so I should say I don't think I've seen 50. I think I've seen 40. Anywhere from $20 to $40. If you're close, you can get the higher numbers. But that is the pagoda right there in front of us.
Former.
I didn't mean to do that. So there's the pagoda, and that's if you ever watched it on live, that's where they're announcing from.
337's run.
It's right up there.
Took here a while.
It's a pretty neat facility. Mr. Bowles, who is the head of the 500 Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and he was kept on by Penske when Roger Penske bought it. He goes to church with my sister and brother-in-law, Christian man, very business savvy, but a super nice guy. Knows all the people. You would not believe the number of people that work there, especially during the month of May. Normally, when the race is normally in May, it's an unbelievable amount of people that work there, and he knows all of them.
It's going to be
it's absolutely amazing.
21080. Caller is an A. He's calling reference B. It was a very poor connection. Something about somebody knocking on a door. I could not get any further out of him. Couldn't hear him.
Okay, let's hear where that was. I missed the address.
What?
I love this thing, so I can just hit this button.
It's going to be at 21080. Caller is an A. He's calling reference B. It was a very poor connection. Something about somebody knocking on the door. I could not get any further out of him. Couldn't hear him.
What do you think that means? Caller was an A.
What?
Let's hear that one more time. I just want you to hear the attitude that these people have.
It's going to be at 21080. Caller is an A. He's calling reference B.
It was a very poor connection. Something about somebody knocking on a door. I could not get any further out of him. Good hearing. Good.
Not sure how they're spelling Pharaoh. Let me see if we can listen to it one more time. See if we can get this address. I'm just really curious.
It's going to be at 2108 Fair Oaks, 2108 Fair Oaks.
Fair
Caller
Oaks.
is an A. He's calling
Fair
reference
Oaks.
B. It was a
Okay.
very poor connection. Something about somebody knocking on a door. I could not get any further out of him. Good hearing. Good.
Okay, so that's actually pretty close. And that police officer that we may have just seen, this is kind of Speedway. Yeah, that's, I think, a police officer in front of us that's on his way to this call. Difference is we've got to stop at the stop signs. They don't. The color was an A. The color was an A. What do you think color was an A means? What do you think an A is? What's your best guess? If you had to guess, what do you think an A is? When she says the color was an A, what do you think she meant by that? Huh? Okay, this guy's definitely going to it. The color was an A. Then she goes on to say that he couldn't hear. But that, you know.
Yeah, 1908.
Color was an A. That's just a wonderful thing to say over the radio. Right here. And then we're going to get out. We'll leave the radio in here. And we're going to get out. They probably think I'm an A, but I'm not. I'm a nice guy. What do you guys think? Should I turn the light on or not? I won't unless they do. Unless they try to go flashlight wars with me or something. Don't want them to be surprised by me, so I'm going to move over here a little bit. Because, you know, I don't want to be an A. Okay. Will I get tased for doing this? Not threatening to be dazed yet, which is a good thing. I really don't want to get paid. Let's see. So this is 2108. I think. Nope, 2109. So it is across the street. That's right. East side of the street is odd numbers. Should have known that. And here we go. This is 2108. Try to unzoom it. There we go. Quit letting me there for a minute. Police officers are in the hall there. I'm bent down. I don't know if there's somebody on the ground or what. Really don't want to be in their way. Get a guy up. So they've got a guy there. I don't want to walk in there. I don't want to get shot. Got a guy with his hands on top of his head. Weird. This is the other dispatcher in. Guys are somewhat agitated. Not sure what's going on. Showing his keys.
Can I help you?
No, you don't need to shine your light in my eyes, though.
It's okay. I don't like to be filmed, so.
Well, that's too bad. You're in public, and
Okay.
you're public.
Do you have your ID on you by chance?
Not in your business.
Okay. Well, you're on an apartment complex.
Mm-hmm. I am.
Okay. Do you live here?
I don't need to tell you that.
Okay.
If you're not doing anything wrong, why don't you want to be filmed? I'm sitting here.
Because I have that luxury of the same as you. If I don't want to be filmed, I don't have to be.
Well, no, you don't have the luxury of not being filmed.
I do,
You-
actually.
No. Actually, you
Can
don't.
get in safely?
You don't have the luxury of not being filmed. What's your name, officer? Since you inquired of me, what's your name?
You want mine?
I want his. I'll take yours too, but you're cool.
C-E-L-L. First initial C.
Okay.
Can you get the light out of
Yeah.
my eyes, though? I would appreciate that.
Okay. Well, yeah.
There you go.
No problem. I didn't mean to get the light in your eyes. He was getting the light in my eyes. Well, what's his name?
Well, when we come out from a run, we want to know who's who.
Well, I understand, but then he kept putting it in my eyes. And he said the reason he didn't want us because he didn't want to be filmed. And he said, I've got that right. And no, you and I both know he doesn't have the right to not be filmed.
Okay.
So what is his name?
I don't give out other people's information.
So, officer, you approached me. You asked me questions. I want your name. So what's your name, officer? Officer, what's your name? Officer, what's your name? Okay, we'll get that. 18160 is the tag number. 18160 is the tag number. We will find out. So, officer, what is your name? You questioned me, so what is your name, officer? So, is it Adam Henry? Is that Officer Adam Henry? I think that's Officer Adam Henry. This officer is a good officer. He was polite, respectful. That officer is a tyrant. That's the difference, folks, between a well-intentioned officer and a bad officer. Well-intentioned officer, he would never intentionally try to violate your rights. He won't stop the other guy from being a bad officer, but he at least won't be a bad officer. He won't do things badly himself. The other officer, he's just a bad officer. Good night. So there you go, guys. There is the difference between a full-fledged tyrant and somebody who just defends tyrants. So I did get his license number. I do know the run information. It is right now, let's see, what time is it? I'll watch here. 1:13. I cleared it about 1:12, somewhere thereabouts. I've got the address. We will find out who that officer is. He doesn't want to be filmed. Well, how about we find out all kinds of stuff about him, like how much does he earn? How long has he been a police officer? What kind of disciplinary action has he had? We'll find out all kinds of stuff. The other guy, he seemed like an all right guy. I'm just going to leave him go. The tyrant, though, we'll find out.
From this run of back here on the 901.
Why being a tyrant is not a good thing.
113.
113. I think that maybe. Okay, that's yeah. Okay, he just cleared the call at 113. Wanted me to give me my ID. Give him my ID. That was kind of funny. And then he says he's got the right to not be filmed. Seriously? Is he that? They let people like that carry guns. Think about that, guys. People like that are carrying guns in handcuffs and operating under the color of law. I've got the right to not be filmed. Oh my goodness, what an idiot. He needs some serious retraining. Serious retraining.
Stop for residential breaking alignment 2130 Lee Drive with the Southeast 55th.
I didn't have my light on until the one guy put his light in my eyes.
Garrison residence drop location zone 13, Officer Wingo.
I'm contemplating. Yeah, I'm not going to. I was thinking about calling the dispatch right now and asking for the officer's name, but it'd just be a waste of time. Yeah, this is what we deal with. Yeah, he thought he could bully me. I don't think so. I don't get bullied that easily.
Regina in my run, it's 13 Robert 4, and you have to give me a TX.
I'm on a search for good officers. What I found was one well-intentioned officer and one tyrant officer. I was hoping to find a good officer. Wasn't able to find it. Wasn't able to find it. No, I tried. I was waiting for him to ask me what I was doing. Because I was going to tell him I'm looking for good officers, and so far I'm striking out. You would think they would know this. John Speedway, don't you have these guys trained yet? I'm just kidding. John Speedway's a great guy, man, and this is his turf. And he has to deal with these guys all the time. Oh, man. I've got the right not to be filmed. No, you don't. What law is that? How does that apply to... How do you get that from the First Amendment? How do you get that from the First Amendment? Come on, seriously, dude, really? Yes, I may have to do some research. I'll find out who he is. I'll do some research, and he may have to get filmed some more, very intentionally. Oh, we've got a. Hold on. I've got to find a place to pull over and read the chat. I think we've got a tyrant in the house. Tyrant in the house. I think maybe. So we're going to find out. Because I was very respectful until the guy stuck his light in my eyes, and then continued to, after he could see that I was no threat. And we've got a tyrant in the house. Let's see what the tyrant in the house has to say. I'm going to find a place to pull over here in a minute. And if I'm wrong, if the person who I believe is the tyrant said something that was not consistent with his love for tyranny, then I will apologize. I will absolutely apologize. But my guess is, without having read it, just knowing all the other tyrannical supporting comments he's made on my videos, I'm going to guess that he probably had some other tyrant supporting statement. So I'm going to park here, and I'm going to read the comments and see, did we get a tyrannical tyrant supporting tyrants comment? This guy's out being nosy, I see. When will you ever learn? Okay, yeah. So this Indy Oogaloo, there's something he said in one of his comments that at least he wants people to believe he's a cop. I don't know if he is or not, but he certainly wants people to think he is. At the very least, he loves police officers that are tyrants. He loves police officers when they violate people's rights. He loves police officers when they break their use of force policy. He promotes their use of force.
8100 at that car.
Yeah, so Where you at, bootlicker? Yeah. Hey, Brian, how you doing, man? Yeah. You got Maul. Save the hit that like yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just reading through these comments. Yeah. So we've got Inuyugalu. He's got an obsession with me. He comments on. I love the fact that he comments on so many of my videos. I mean, he's watching them, which pays me. He's commenting on them, which helps move them up in Google Analytics, and I appreciate that. But the poor guy, he never met a tyrant he didn't like. He would
on the person I just
during the 1940s, if he was alive back then, he would have been smooching the butts of every SS officer he could find. He loves tyranny. Man, the guy loves tyranny. It doesn't matter what the use of force policy is. It doesn't matter what's right or wrong. It doesn't matter what the law is. He hates freedom and he loves tyranny. Yes, Indiugaluglo, whatever.
He said a lot.
I am sure he was disappointed that I didn't get tased for videoing. Not going up, not interfering in any way. Was there anything I did that could have possibly have been construed as interfering? No. Yeah. He probably has a locket with a tyrant hair. Yeah, he probably does. Oh, somebody sent me some money. I mean, I appreciate that. Let's see, who is that? Oh, James Richards. Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate the support there, buddy. Appreciate the support. Yeah, they man, just the unbelievable. I was as chill as can be, and this guy sticks his light in my eyes, which he's not supposed to do. There's actually a warning that comes with the flashlight saying not to shine it in people's eyes. He shined at me, okay, he saw who I am, and then he wanted to keep holding it there. Why? Because he doesn't like to be filmed. And he thinks he has a right to not be filmed. No, he does not have that right. He does not have that right.
Last name is Pageant. First name Florentina. Have a DOB
tyrants everywhere.
92.
I'm glad he didn't tase me, but maybe I should have told him I've already videoed his laptop. Maybe he would have tased me. Oh my goodness. I'm on a search for good police officers, but I keep striking out. I'm not editing this, guys. This is a live feed. So I'm not editing this out. I am going to turn around here. There's somebody that looks like they may need help. I'm the kind of guy who'd help, even though police officers probably wouldn't. So I'm gonna come up here because this is what Christians do: is they help people. And I'm gonna see if this person needs help. Oh, well, it looks like somebody ran out of gas. I'll be out of the car for just a moment. I'm gonna see if I can help this lady get gas in her car after this car goes by me. Hi, ma'am.
Parking lot, but now he's trying to pick up trash.
As well. Yeah, some of our guys that hangs out in the airport. From this way. Okay. For a reason,
this car just unoccupied the roadway, so off it goes.
Fifteen 56 364 125 St. Philip Catholic Church, kitchen, side door, front entry motion, and rear hallway motion. Over. Business alarm 1251 Interchange Way, and E63. 365333 125 Brookville Self Storage, North Motion, no rep.
Go ahead. Just had about 15 out near 56 Michigan Road, probably just east. Clear. Do you think it'll pop up?
It just depends if what I can dig around and find.
Okay, I guess we'll try it. Last name is Rhodes, Rhodes. First name Brenda, Brenda. Date of birth is April 23rd, 1954, and should be a Kia Sorento, either 18 or 19, gray in color. Chad record.
Both cars. 601. One on 120.
Two 278 interior. 129.
Did you say a wagon for a resistor?
Supervisor.
Supervisor, are you clear?
Adam 311.
Adam 311, and it was a resistor, correct?
Go ahead and start them that way as well.
341, and clear.
I'm sorry, what?
130.
Control 11,
Go ahead.
you put my left leg and I put down that 37 West 38.
I'll put you on it. If he needs to go by medic, let us know.
Oh, no problem. Hold on a second. Hey guys, here's two officers that are doing the right thing right here. What are your names again?
Officer Muller.
Officer Muller and Officer
Hankins.
Hankins. All right. IMPD doing the right thing. Fantastic. Thanks, you guys. Hey, like, share, and subscribe to Indie News on the Street. I'm live right now.
Oh, okay.
Live streaming right now.
No, we'll look into it. Thank you, sir.
All right. I see there. We've got officers doing the right thing.
Cross street run.
131.
They didn't try to ID her or me because there was no reason to. You know, they just wanted to help. You know, imagine that. See the goodwill. There's the goodwill that happens when officers do the right thing. They create goodwill. And okay, she's moving, and now I'm moving. All right. So finally got a really good encounter with police officers doing the right thing in the right way.
341, you said they're going to.
Good job. Good job. We've got a rookie officer and a field training officer, and the training officer is training him right.
And you don't need the wagon.
The officer being trained is doing it right. That was exactly the way it should be done, guys. Why can't more police officers do that? I don't understand why more police officers can't just be kind people. The goodwill that they just created with her is priceless.
False alarm and give me the burglary and contact violation, please.
Oh, 133.
So that's you know, people that say I hate the police. I don't hate the police. I used to be the police. It's that I just want police to act like that. Don't make something out of nothing. But instead, don't make something negative out of nothing. Instead, make something positive. That was great. That was absolutely fantastic. I'm blown away. I was waiting for any time now. We're going to have him. It's Friday, but they didn't do it. They didn't do it. There's no reason to, and they didn't do it. Good job.
134.
I'm seriously going to write a letter thanking them for doing a good job. I don't know that the other woman, her name was Wanda. We just met right then. Seemed like a very nice lady. had run out of gas because the gas gauge is broken.
Do we have anybody with a fingerprint scanner that can go to methods?
So, somebody else, she'd let somebody borrow a car and they ran it low and she didn't realize it and ended up, in a pickle. What a terrible place. She had to walk to a gas station and got $5 worth of gas, spilled most of it on the ground before I'd gotten there because she had this little paper funnel. Oh my goodness. But she was in a tough spot. And, these police officers did the right thing. They came along, they saw her in need, and they gave her a hand. Kudos to them.
Both at 135, they dropped the minute clinic.
I just can't understate how important that kind of goodwill is. And that's, it was so easy. It was so easy. There was nothing difficult about that. They just did it right. So see there, yeah. I hope I don't have people in my chat who are. I'm gonna look at it in a minute. I hope I don't have people in my chat saying negative things about him or about me because that was a good interaction, and we need to commend the officers when they do well. We absolutely need to commend officers when they do it well, and those guys did it well. That was very, very different than the encounter I just had right before then. They didn't shine the light in either one of us face, right?
Someone's trying to get in through the roof vent down into the building. 5,000 north, 3,200 east, more to follow.
Yeah, it's too far away. That would be an interesting to go on, but it's too far away. I'm going to pull over in a few minutes and read the chat, see what you guys are saying and said. I didn't want to pull over back there, but I did thank those officers for what they were doing. I gave them my channel name, told them to look at it. they're the right. They're doing it right, and that's what I'm hoping to find. Now I've got another officer up here. Somebody pulled over, and I sometimes there's not a good place for me to park to get out to observe things. He may just be working security too. Doesn't have anybody pulled over. He's just working security to make sure nobody gets hurt. That's fine. He's working a side job and.
No scene or anything. No director travel.
Yeah. It's going to be a minute before I get to a place where I can pull over. We'll be there soon. So if you had something in the chat, question for me or something, I'll be there in a minute. Look at it and see.
Do you have any luck finding that car?
Now my daughter has a friend
Anybody been pulled over in Indiana?
There's a friend who's staying in this hotel over here. Their family, they had it wasn't a fire, but it was a near fire. But there was some smoke damage, and so he had to be out of their house for a little bit while that got cleaned up. Oh, by the way, Pete S., I hope you see this and see that I'm not out against cops. Pete S., he knows who he is. He's a friend of mine, brother in Christ. I've got a lot of respect for him. He does not like what I do because he thinks that I'm out to get cops. I'm not. Pete, I love you, brother, but you've got to see this, man. I'm not out to get cops. I'm really not. I love it when I get so excited when I have these kind of interactions, these positive interactions.
There's definitely fresh footprints, looks like, leading back towards the back of this
Michael
building.
Jones.
Okay. J6, or 4.
Okay, I gotta
You're
go
in the way?
back here and find out what that was about. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Hey, if you want to hold that really quick, just a joke. If he pops out, I'll wait for him for the street.
We didn't do anything while you were gone. Okay. So what happened? She ran out of gas. Yeah, she ran out of gas. Her gas gauge doesn't work, and you got them all. I'm still the law. There are many great cops in Indy. Sam Z. You know, I hope you're right. I just haven't run into them. I ran into those two guys. That interaction was great. There are many bad police in Indy. There are certainly that. Those are the ones I tend to run into, and I don't know why. I look for those encounters where they're doing the right thing and they're being good. I look for those. I find the others. It's amazing. Don't be A's. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got to plug this in. The battery may be running low. Hold on. I can plug this in real quick. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't be A's. That's funny. Vampires pay good money. If you are a good cop, the bad cops will target the good cops. Unfortunately, that often is true, and that's so sad. But that unfortunately is true. So many so-called good cops have been targeted by their own. Yeah. Well, yeah. Reinforce good behavior. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. You got with him. Yeah. I absolutely. That was so super cool. They did a great job. The true blue on blue retaliation. Very, very true blue on blue retaliation. Well, I'm not sure I understand that one, but okay. Everyone, yeah, you're so dumb. You thought that a quarterback was a refund. That's funny. Yep. Hey, thank you, Save the Humans, for posting the link. French media, yeah. No doubt. I know for a fact we come from a long line of service in many different areas, and we all share our stories between families and friends, hospitals, schools, military, law enforcement. Yep. All Army family myself said, yeah. There was a den of Masonic officials that target good cops, teachers, lawyers, doctors, nurses, etc. We all know it. I'm in the private sector, sector that works ethics. Brainwashing is no good. Yes. AFA, Louisiana, crew in the house. All right. KY Packer fan. All right.
Number 3.
We sorry, Santa. We didn't mean it.
378 Mary John Baker.
That's common to those years. GM trucks. Yeah. If unfortunately, I've heard that. KY Packer fan. Yeah. See, runs on. Yeah, that's why I told her. I said, as soon as you can afford it, fill it up with gas, and then check, keep track of your mileage. Lori made us do it. Yes, Lori talked everyone into it. Yep. Via threats, Andy, for us. I'm not sure what you did. I'm not sure. If it all gets cold for Christmas, I'm gonna cry. I will. The auditing Masonic temple soon.
5-9, go ahead.
All right, and one thing about good civilians and good cops, neither one wants to snitch on the bad people. Yeah. Let's see. Did I miss something? What did you guys do that was bad? I missed.
Hotel 362, no report.
Well,
Stand by, I'm also getting a burglary.
if you
I'm getting a
guys,
burglary to a residence at 4134 Mount Vernon Court.
oh, that's way out, way far away.
Attention all units, 52. Early residence just occurred, 4134 Mount Vernon Court. More to follow.
It's way,
4600 North,
way.
9100 East. Baker 328, Baker 339, Baker 328, Baker 359. Regular residence just occurred, 4134 Mount Vernon Court. 4600 North, 9100 East.
Breaker
Yeah.
362 on that.
That's real far away.
328 as well.
So, guys, I finally found a 100% completely positive encounter with police. I've been looking for one for months, and I found one. Go back and read what's written after you got out of the car. It's okay, I'm going to have to pull over again. I'm going to have to pull over and read what was written. Okay, I'm gonna get this in my hand here. I'm gonna have to go back a long way, I think. Let's see.
And if I'm not mistaken, if it's who I think it is, you might be 99.
Okay, this is while I was in. Help us Reform Citizens Overnight Committee. Everything on as high as. Fun fact, they don't get a dime off me, but I see what they do for people. Let's move everything around before he gets back.
Go ahead, ma'am.
This is an international number, and my phone won't let it go through.
There will both be 10-8, thank you.
147. Units around for the burglary of a residence just occurred at 4134 Mount Vernon Court. Female is advising it was a black male, tall, black hoodie, white shorts, broke the window of the residence out. Last seen when she let him out the front door and headed towards Post
Andy, I remember when playing with cops was what you did on Friday night.
He broke in the window.
I'm keeping it clean.
To let him out the door,
Thanks,
and he
Shane,
walked
for
out the
sure.
door.
Well, that was nice. I can't tell what time. Oh. Yeah, he was a tyrant. He was rude, and he. Right. Okay, well, it was just the rearranging the stuff. I've got it all back in order.
We have an ID, it's 4.
India Glue claims to be a racist pig per his about page. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't know if I saw what you were talking about, but if it was just rearranging stuff, I can get over that. Our military, they don't retaliate, they escalate. You know, it's interesting you say that. That's interesting because my experience has not necessarily been the same. I maybe it depends on what branch of the military. I think most of the former military I've seen, both in other people's audits as well as my interactions, is that the former military, though they still stick with the brotherhood, all that, they are more disciplined. They have more self-discipline and they won't do stupid stuff. So, how's it going? Hey, check out my YouTube channel. Live streaming right now. Any news on the street? Yeah.
32.
Yep. Yep. This is Lebanon PD working part-time out here for a little side job. Got to earn that side job money I did when I was a cop. Yeah. I was here with IPD back in the 80s. But you know, here, I'm going to pull over a second. I got to tell you something funny. All right, so, yeah. I'm going to go have a little conversation with this guy. He seemed pretty cool. I'll take you with me. I can't get...
327,
Yeah, so... All right, so, yeah, I can't be long because my battery's low and because I'd forgotten to plug it in earlier. So I just had two very different encounters a minute ago. We were, here, I'm going to do it this way so I can see where I'm doing. Selfie mode. I don't do this very often, so, oh, there we go, because the camera sticks out. I had two very different encounters. I was over in Speedway, heard an interesting call. So I went over there. There's an apartment complex. These guys went inside the building. I stayed outside, stayed away. I stayed back when they came out. One of the officers immediately lighted my eyes. Can I help you? No, I'm fine. Just video it. And, okay. He says, well, can I see some ID? No. There's no reason to see ID.
Right.
You know this is an apartment complex. Yeah. You live here? None of your business. And I said, you can put the light down now. He says, well, I don't, I'm going to keep it. He says something like, so why are you keeping the light in my eyes? There's no reason for that. And he says, well, just like you've got the right to film, I've got the right to not be videoed, not be filmed. No, you don't. There's no right to not be videoed, especially as a police officer. So his partner comes out. His partner was cool. So I was asking that guy what his name was. He wouldn't tell me. His partner immediately told me. At this point, I'd put my light on when he was shining his light at me to kind of counter it. And I have a rig that this is in. And I accidentally shined it, and I immediately turned it off, okay. And he was really cool about it. And this guy was, so then I go to his car, and he refused to tell me who he was, so I got his tag number. We'll find out who he is, and he'll be embarrassed and all that. The other officer's great. Then, as I'm leaving, I'm going down on 16th Street, and I see this lady, older lady, off the side of the road with trying to figure out how to get gas into her gas tank. So I pull around and put my blinkers on and get out, and I'm giving her a hand. Two IMPD officers come up. Nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. Perfect encounter. First time I've had that good of an encounter with IMPD. Those guys that were two absolutely perfect. One of them was the FTO, and the other one this is like the last week of his field training, and they both were great. They helped getting gas in the car. Didn't try to make something out of nothing on a negative way. The goodwill that those guys created, that's what police officers need to do. Get back to community policing where you create that goodwill now so that later when you need that help, they're there to help you.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, sir.
And I love your attitude, your smile when I'm waving at you. I'm Barry, by the way.
Frank Nolan, nice to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you, Frank. So, Nolan Security?
Well, not that I'm aware of.
Okay. There's a Nolan Security.
Okay.
And they've got some problems, but okay. But anyway.
Never even heard of them.
Okay, good. But yeah, so Lebanon PD right here. This guy, he's not even in Lebanon right now. He's just working a side job, trying to earn a little extra money. But he's positive. This is the kind of community relations that all police officers should have. He's got a great handshake too, nice, firm handshake. I mean, you don't want a cop with a sissy handshake, guys. You just don't. Well, hey, thanks so much. It was great to meet you.
Thank you very much.
You take care.
Yes, sir. Have a good evening.
All right. You don't get upset if somebody's videoing you, do you?
No, sir.
Nope. Yeah, well, good.
Public place, everyone has the same rights.
That's right. As long as they don't interfere, you know.
Absolutely.
I just watched a friend of mine get tased by an IMPD officer because he videoed inside his car. Here's the scenario. Right. 2 police cars. One there, one here. They might have been a little close to each other, not much. Up next to that officer, there was a guy on the sidewalk that he was sitting down, they were giving him some water. I'm off to the side saying, hey, these officers are doing a good thing. They're helping this guy with some water. Looks like he's dehydrated. The other guy, he goes way out around so as not to interfere with him. Comes up to see if his laptop was open to see what kind of call it was. Goes here. One of the officers, he sees him. He takes his taser out, holds it back like this so that the other guy didn't see it, walks up. I don't know what the conversation was, but he walks him to the back of the car, gets him behind the car. I'm still videoing, and I could see them. And so he points like this. The guy was left-handed. He points like this, I think telling him to go over there. And the other guy was asking him, I think he was asking him, what happens if I don't? And then just all of a sudden, boom, hit him with the taser. Dropped him, like I said, you go to my YouTube channel, you can see it.
Look that up.
It was crazy. That officer needs to not be an officer. Those officers, and I told him, you're the kind of officer that gets good cops killed. That's wrong. That creates animosity. There is no reason for that, and it's in violation of their use of force policy, 10 ways to Sunday.
There's always a few in any profession that
Yep,
get arrested bad name.
Absolutely, and those kind of cops are the ones that piss me off because they hurt the good cops. They hurt the well-intentioned cops, and that really bothers me. But I like it when cops do the right thing. So.
I like it when people appreciate it.
All right, hey, I appreciate it. It's good to meet you. All right, now we'll see if he appreciates it when I visit Lebanon.
We didn't have any.
But I probably will. I like Lebanon. Lebanon's a cool city. I got friends there. Yes. So guys, this is what policing should be like right here. Not creating animosity, but creating relationships and creating goodwill. That's what policing should be.
No problem.
So that is so cool. So yeah, officer. Oh yeah, I got to plug this back in because my battery's low. I'm getting a reminder. All right, got to plug back in. Yep. Yeah, we need to get rid of bad cops and we need to promote good cops. We need to commend the good ones and condemn the actions of the ones that do bad things because they hurt law enforcement, and that's what I think some people just don't understand. Is the cops that do bad things, they hurt law enforcement. Now I know I've got a friend who tells me that what I'm doing hurts because I'm showing the bad, but no, those bad cops need to be exposed and weeded out of the departments. They need to be out. The good cops, they need to be promoted. They need to be, elevated to where they're the ones training the new officers in how to do things right. That's what it's about, guys. I'm not doing this simply for clicks and views. I'm doing this because I really want to see positive change. And I know it can happen. I know it can happen. And we're seeing it happen in places. And, this is a good thing. And I'm, love that encounter there. That guy was cool. That guy was super cool. I'm going to pull over and park because this is a long comment. I can't just read it while I'm driving. It says, many admit they have bad apples, This is inaccurate. They don't have a few bad apples. They have a corrupt human trafficking, chattel slavery, RICO operation in full effect.
159. Caller advised that the car alarm is going off.
See, beard. I mean, beard is. You like that beard, huh? You know, there's no question there's an issue with human trafficking. I don't know that it's embedded into the line officers. I don't even know that it's a law enforcement issue, problem that is happening within the ranks of law enforcement. I know that there's politicians that have been involved.
230.
Sorry about that, guys. Hit one of those bad spots again. Human trafficking is a serious problem, and don't want to make light of it. I don't think that, my personal opinion is that there's not a bunch of line officers out there that are involved in it. But that doesn't reduce the seriousness of the problem. Guys, I'm going to be heading into an area where I'm getting ready to head home, and as you guys know from prior experience, when I get close to there, I get into a hole where I don't get reception. So I'm going to go ahead and end this stream now. If I pop back up, it's because something super exciting is happening, but it's going to have to be something super exciting for me to pop back up live tonight. I appreciate you guys sticking with me through all this. It's been a fun night conversation and watching and seeing and exposing bad stuff and revealing good stuff and all that. And yeah, plus these lights are messing with my focus on my camera. So anyway, thank you all for everything. I just want to thank again for the super chat, James. Appreciate that. And everybody, love all your support out there. Those that donated, I don't know who it is yet, but I think I got a notification that I did get a donation on PayPal. Appreciate that. Appreciate all the help that you guys do to help keep me out here. It's great. It's fun. I can't imagine a more fun thing. Oh my goodness. Actually, there's a huge action over here, and I was gonna, this is where I was earlier tonight, and I'm gonna see if I can. Wow, that's okay. No, it's not as serious as I thought, and there's no good place to park without them trespassing me, and I really do need to get home. I've got a long day tomorrow. Yeah, it looks like it's more of a medical issue than anything else. So I am as much as I would like to go over there and video, I'm just not going to do it. Sorry guys, I need to go to bed because I got to get up in the morning and do some other stuff. So I will catch you later. Bye-bye.
265, go ahead.